Hey, people, it's your boy Chub Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Yeah. Okay. Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. Riding through the city, dirty money like Diddy. Got a bad chick with me, she want me to stroke a kitty. That kush smoke got me on the highway doing 50 plus your boy on swerve. Like I want the cops to get me, baby girl on the road. Say she like the way I do things, nickname me Staircase. Stepping up my shoe game, slide to the nudie bar, put a couple stacks on it. Find a hotel bed, put a couple backs on it. I'm on swerve, I'm on swerve at the drive-thru. Try and keep my tires off the curb. Rock already told you with swagger we stepping. Got the shorty on your arm looking at my retro 7. Bet that get you quite offended. You look at me with ice grill. I ain't sweating you, dog. I'm higher than a light bill. So keep it easy with the move swings. Sucker knuckles tripping, no shoestrings. Who bang? Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. In the club with my mans, got a drink in each hand. Mommy bustin' it open, all a boy can say is in. Plus she came with her girls, put them on with the homies. Get a little sweaty, grab a bite at the Shoney's. Swerving my Suburban, I got a few bottles. So rockin' cranberry and I'm stepping on the throttle. Inhale the perp, ooh yeah, like Randy Savage. These chumps hating on me cause they smoking on the average. Fresh pair of Air Max, brand new fitted. You saying something about money?
The Two Live Stews are brought to you by Southern Edge Beverage Company. The sweet tea flavored vodka and salted caramel flavored whiskey. You're probably watching this on a replay. Stop it. Pause the video. Pull out your phone and scan the little QR code right there. And buy you a bottle. Buy two, as the great Chubba Rock says. Buy 2 bottles of the Southern Edge salted caramel whiskey, sweet tea flavored vodka. It's just phenomenal. Trust me, you will like it. I haven't received any complaints at all about Southern Edge. I mean, it is fantastic. You can drink it straight. You can drink it neat, but just phenomenal. Southern Edge Beverage Company, southernedgebeverageco.com.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chub Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater water package, Crest Wine and Spirits, and Bim's package store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Welcome to the Two Live Stews Court of No Appeal, honey, where the truth and justice do not live, and rulings and order are merely a suggestion. Where the Honorable, sometimes, Judge Hollywood presides. All rise.
Okay, BMX, this is what they want. Shit, that family shit. Dirty. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Bonds that can't be broken. Watch it. Hey yo, we family. 3 times we heat rhymes, eye to eye, Jinx, X and I. A bond that will never die. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotized. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, then prove it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fam dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask nothing, command respect, that's the law of construction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double holster, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. The jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga bout on Tonka Fest, that Jinx is the best. BMX Supreme Jester, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine. You had your time, now it's mine to shine. I'm hungry when I spit, can't you hear it in the rhyme?
Okay. We have the new advertising rate sheets. Okay, so if you'd like to advertise with the Two Live Stews, you can do that. Very simply, email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. We've got rates to advertise on the show for any budget, for the most part. We tried to, and that's why it took so long to put it together. We wanted to make sure that we could accommodate, all budgets. All right, so sme.dougstewart@gmail.com, and we'll send you the rate sheet and advertise with the Stews. I mean, we got a bunch of different ways we can advertise your business. If you own an internet business where you're doing most of your business on the web, or if you live in Atlanta in particular, this is perfect for you because we reach those 2 groups of buyers, put it like that.
Right. So we can work with everybody's budget. So if someone calls and they just ain't got no bread, you're going to figure something out.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
We'll figure something out.
That's bullshiggity. We're not going to figure something out if they ain't got no paper. We're not doing that.
Stews, I got $50. All right, this is what you get $50. we'll give you a fist. Shouts out to so-and-so business, and we'll give you a fist.
Cause you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, with this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, no. I wish I could take some moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern edge, girl.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chef Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Find us in Atlanta, telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the choppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the choppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. Riding through the city, dirty money like Diddy. Got a bad chick with me, she want me to stroke a kitty. That kush smoke got me on the highway doing 50 plus your boy on swerve. Like I want the cops to get me, baby girl on the road. Say she like the way I do things, nickname me Staircase. Stepping up my shoe game, slide to the nudie bar, put a couple stacks on it. Find a hotel bed, put a couple backs on it. I'm on swerve, I'm on swerve at the drive-thru, try and keep my tires off the curb. Rock already told you with swagger we stepping. Got the shorty on your arm looking at my retro 7. Bet that get you quite offended. You look at me with ice grill. I ain't sweating you, dog. I'm higher than a light bill. So keep it easy with the move swings. Sucker knuckles tripping, no shoestrings. Who bang? Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the choppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the choppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. In the club with my mans, got a drink in each hand. Mommy bustin' it open, all a boy can say is in. Plus she came with her girls, put them on with the homies. Get a little sweaty, grab a bite at the Shoney's. Swerving my Suburban, I got a few bottles. So rockin' cranberry and I'm stepping on the throttle. Inhale the perp, ooh yeah, like Randy Savage. These chumps hating on me cause they smoking on the average. Fresh pair of Air Max, brand new fitted. You saying something about money?
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, shawty! This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit.
The Two Live Stews experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, so I just want to let y'all know that yes, I season my charcoal. The reason I season my charcoal and put a little onion in it is because when the flavor comes out, baby!
Temperature's about 225. It's been on an hour and a half. Low and slow. Ain't rushing it. Ain't no rush. Got nothing to do today. All the work is done. Got some maple wood chips in there. A few apple wood chips too.
And there's a few pieces left that I will gladly be eating this morning with some grits and some gravy. Good morning, y'all. What up, though? It's your boy, One Live Stew, Ryan Stewart. Today, I will be hosting solo as Dougie is away on some type of vacay or some type of work trip or some type of freak session. I don't know what he's doing in them streets. I have no idea what he's doing, okay? But I know I'm here, ready to work, and good morning to you. Good morning to Creole Indian Eagle. Good morning to One Chance, and good morning to Microwave. I think they were the first in. I'm going to throw an honorable mention out to Rail just in case I missed him before Microwave got in there. Good morning to all of y'all. Good morning to Tree. Good morning to Nottie. I'll bring them in shortly. We just saw that young lady in the video when Tree started the show saying she seasons her charcoal. Is that how y'all get down on 4th of July when y'all grilling? Y'all literally seasoning briquettes out there in them streets? I need to know if anybody in the chat room seasons their charcoal before they light their grill. Now, the second clip that y'all saw was me getting down on the big green egg this past week. Celebrated all week. Of course, when the holiday falls on a Thursday, the week is kind of consumed with holidays like that. But I burned that big green egg down all week, and I use flavored wood chips. Now, I don't flavor my charcoal. I don't flavor my briquettes. I don't season the coals and put onions on the coals and look like she has some seasoning salt on that thing and some pepper and some salt. I don't do all that thinking that that's going to get into my meat. But I do put some wood chips in my lump charcoal. Good morning to y'all, man. I'm happy to see all y'all. It's the Two Live Stews Experience, was sponsored by the good folks from Southern Edge, powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. You can check them out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. Got a lot of good stuff going on, man. The brand had an outstanding showing in Tampa Bay a couple of weeks ago. Everyone remembers and still sees the videos from the SNS this past week. Whole lot going on with the good folks from Southern Edge. So can't thank Dr. Scott enough for all that he's doing. He had a pretty good holiday via Facebook and Instagram. He was out on the lake with his girls and his wife and boating and swimming and fishing and throwing kids in the water, man. So shouts out to the good folks from Southern Edge. And the Two Live Stews are very happy to be powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. We'll read a little bit of chat today. I had a situation take place at my house yesterday, and I want to talk to you guys. Here in Columbus, I think in the ATL also, there was a little bit of weather. Some bad weather took place. And when you're in the woods like we are, in the hills, like I like to call it, stay in the area that's called Pine Mountain here in Georgia. And when you're in these hills and that rain comes through, sometimes you lose power, okay? So on yesterday, house was good and quiet, raining outside. I'm sitting on the patio, and huge strike of lightning. Boom, thunder, boom, boom. Me and the wife sitting outside, and wifey goes, oh, that one right there might have knocked the power out. I say, well, if it did, we'll know in the next 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the patio door opens up, and the kids come out. Hey, yeah, the Wi-Fi's out. The Wi-Fi's out. I want to know how it is in your house when the power goes out. Does everybody just lose their mind in y'all's house? So the power came on and off in my house yesterday about 7 or 8 times. Okay. It would stay on for like 5-minute increments and then go out for about 45 minutes to an hour, hour and 15 minutes. But every hour to hour and 15 minutes when that power went out, my kids just lost it. Come storming upstairs. You hear the pitter-pattering of feet coming up the steps. Hey, Dad, is the power out? Is the power out? The Wi-Fi's out. The Wi-Fi's off. In the chat room, y'all please dawn us with your thoughts and ideas and your takes from this past week, from the holiday weekend. I know folks is off and folks is cooking out all weekend. Before I say good morning to Tree, I want to mention one more thing, man, or 2 more things, actually. I want everybody to stop being Scrooges when it comes to fireworks. You can hear people from the 4th of July all the way through the weekend. Oh, man, the people still shooting them fireworks. The 4th of July is over. The 4th of July over. I mean, there's probably 1 or 2 times a year where it's cool to like go get some fireworks and light bottle rockets and what's the other thing it's called? The flares. It comes a few times a year. So if people decide to shoot some fireworks early, it shouldn't be a big deal. If people decide to shoot fireworks all day before it starts getting dark, you can't even see them. It should be a big deal. If you got some leftover fireworks, y'all, if you got some leftover fireworks and you decide to shoot it a couple days after the 4th, it's okay. The Scrooge fireworks folks have just been on social media, just losing their mind, upset that folks are enjoying themselves, having a good time because they have some fireworks left over. Let people shoot the fireworks. What's the big deal? Good morning, Tree. Come on in, Tree. Let's say good morning. Let me speak to you, Tree, and say hi. And let's talk about management not being here today and how fun the show is going to be. Good morning, Tree.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, no management. You're going to see a whole other Tree.
You're going to see a whole other Tree. Tree, how was your holiday? I mean, did you travel? What did you do? I mean, did you grill? Did you spend time with the kids? How was your holiday, Tree?
Listen, you talked about that Wi-Fi and it going out, and Rel Scott made a comment about no kids here. So when the Wi-Fi goes out, it's a moment of peace.
Wow.
It was a moment of peace until it wasn't. They came over. They start going through my things. As soon as they walk in, they start making requests. Did you make macaroni? No, I didn't even cook. We got hot dogs from the Ninja.
Wait, hold on. So your kids visit.
Yeah.
Your kids no longer live with you. You're an empty nester. Your kids don't live with you, but your kids visited for the holiday and they asked you for their favorites and you just told them no.
Macaroni is on either Thanksgiving or Christmas. It's not both. And I make a slammin' macaroni. And you came over to sit at the pool and I got snacks. And then Kayla goes into my bedroom and starts spraying perfume. And then she's like, you don't even use this. So what? I do use it. It was a gift. And she said, you need to rehome it. Then accused me of being having hoarder symptoms.
What is a rehoming? What is rehome?
Give it to her home so she can take that to her. No, mother, no. So it was a good weekend when they left. And then I was hanging out. You know how I do. Ryan will text me and be like, are you outside? Can I call?
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Making sure that you're able to keep your peace peaceful and not trying to interject while you're having peace. I want to make sure that I don't buzz you and disturb your flow, if you know what I mean.
Well, thank you. Now, I did have a little bit of a concern, and I don't know if you want to address this now at the top.
Let's address it. Let's address it.
So, I'm always bothering Douglas. I just like to do it. I was really proud of him about his sharing the summer love. I love
It was a good story. And it is the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Doug's absent today, but the Two Live Stews experience still goes on. Okay, continue, Tree, please.
And I was just I love it when he's giving us more of his insides. And so I was sharing that with him, and we were talking back and forth. And then all of a sudden I realized that it was about 6:00 and there was
Do men give of their insides? I don't think that's how it works.
He gave of his insides. I mean, did you see him? I should have had the clip to go again. He was excited about his summer love. And I don't see him get like that.
But men have outies and women have innies. So I think when it comes to insides, that would have to come from you, not Doug. I think Doug could give you his outside, but when it comes to getting inside of Doug, for him to be entered, it would have to be like,
okay. I don't want to think about my brother like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
just
yeah.
Okay.
I'm always checking on Douglas and his mental health. We've witnessed that. So anyway, we're checking in or whatever. The kids are gone. It's like 6:00 and I'm like, hold on.
Okay. I think I see what's going on here. Okay. I see what's going on here.
I'm like, the poll.
Yes.
Put the poll up.
Yep. Here we go, y'all. And here's something I was going to mention towards a little bit later in the show, but since Tree brought it up, it's fine. Two Live Stews experience. Your boy Ryan Stewart here. Things are not consistent with the polls, and it makes it difficult for me to be able to find my groove and to get. It makes it difficult to do things the right way. Okay. Tree, what time was the poll put up? Do you have any idea what time the poll was put up? Because it was not put up after the show like it was supposed to be. And then the people that want to vote on my behalf have been watching the show all morning. And when the poll's not put up like it's supposed to be right after the show, what am I supposed to do? My people got to go to work. My people got kids they got to chase. So my people need to vote right after the show like they're supposed to be able to. And what time did the poll get put up, Tree? I just got to stop.
I can look in my receipts. I think it was maybe 4:00-ish.
4:00. Isn't the poll supposed to close at 6?
Yeah. So
we gotta throw this one out, Tree. We gotta throw this one out.
Well,
we'll talk about it when Doug gets back.
Okay, yeah.
We'll talk about it when Arlewood comes on. It's your boy One Last Stew, Ryan Stewart. A couple things about this poll real quick, okay? Before we got a full show today. Even though we don't have Doug, which I'm really going to enjoy, we got a full show today. We're going to talk a little bit about Caitlin Clark, who is continuously creating and breaking records. She's a phenomenal basketball player doing big things. We're going to talk about Angel Reese, who is pushing Caitlin Clark to the limit when it comes to who will be this year's WNBA Rookie of the Year. Bronny James made his NBA debut. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. There's a lot of free agent news and free agent signings and guys that's not wanting to play with one of the best players in the history of the game. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But before we do, how can we have any consistency with the poll if it's not put up when it's supposed to be put up? How can we have any consistency with the top 5 poll? Good morning, Naughty Dread.
What's happening, man?
How can we have any consistency with the top 5 poll when Doug Stewart is rewording the poll from how he tells me? He sent a text saying it's this way, Tree sends a text saying it's this way, and then the next morning when it's time for the poll to be posted for everybody to look at it and us to talk about it on the show, it's a whole nother question that was posed on that. And something else before we move on, and I'm going to say good morning to Naughty Dread. Something else before we move on. I noticed in the voting, even though that the poll was put up extremely late at 4:00, I believe, is what Tree said for this past Thursday. I noticed in the voting that I saw several of my friends, several of my people. Because you do know when you vote for somebody that it posts and it shows us who you're voting for, right? And it shows your name. I saw several of my people that didn't vote for me, and that's fine. You don't have to vote for me. But if you don't vote for me, you turn around and vote for Doug, where I can literally look at it and see it. Dr. Scott, his I'm starting to say his bitch ass. My bad, Dr. Scott. I'm in the moment, Doc. I don't mean that. But come on, Dr. Scott. Who shot you? Like Tupac said. It wasn't Dougie. Naughty Dread, come on in, man. Good morning, Naughty Dread. Good morning to the Dread. How you doing this morning, brother?
Man, I'm great, man. You know, same suit, Jerry heated.
How was your holiday, Dread? And after you talk about your holiday and if you had a holiday or if you celebrated or what you did, we'll talk about this poll real quick because I got to get your thoughts, man. I think you may be on my side. How'd your fourth weekend go, Holly, on Naughty Dread?
You know, it was fireworks, you know, for the kids. You know, we had a little game night at my uncle's house, and, you know, we played all kinds of games, Pinocchio and left, right, center, which is kind of become a fad, you know, in my family. So, you know, and, you know, I did my thing on the spade table as normal. You know, I'm like number one in the nation when it comes to spades. So, you know,
how many people at this family gathering you went to, Naughty?
We got a pretty big family, man. So it could have easily been at least 50 people.
Okay.
At this particular gathering.
So how many rounds of spades did y'all play?
You know, I only played one round, you know, just to, you know, show the novices, you know, what I do. I'm a legend, man. I don't like to, you know, waste my time out there. I'm gonna get out there, show you what I got, and everybody acknowledge me as the tribal chief. And you know, we move on.
Hey man, it's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stone, Ron Stewart, Doug's absent. Spend a little bit of time with the Dread here before we get into today's show. This top five, Naughty. Do I have a gripe? This top five, I mean.
Definitely. I think you had a gripe.
I'm going to petition the court to throw this thing out and restart, Naughty, because I think he's going to be getting his third win.
As you should. Clearly, your list was better last week.
I agree 100%. And had he put it up like he was supposed to, as you can see, my top five list, man. Unc in socks and sandals, corn look at moonshine, baby kids running around, auntie that brings the foil and stacks it, but don't bring nothing to the cookout, and then the drunk uncle/mama warnings that you get when you get to the cookout. Stay away from so-and-so. And look at this. Doug put barbecue on there like we're not going to the damn barbecue.
That's a given.
I mean, why would you? And at number one, he put barbecue at number one.
Right. What's a black cookout? A black cookout is a barbecue.
It's a barbecue. But he had more votes than me because, of course, he suppresses my vote by not putting it up right after the show because he know my people working. We got to stop this corruption, man. We got to stop this corruption.
Some of your votes might be in the Pacific Ocean, man. Might be in the Atlantic Ocean somewhere.
Look, man, now we got a lot to talk about. I'm sure you heard me mention it a second ago. But before I let you go, man, reading early this morning, I see your boy Anthony Edwards in the news talking about he's happy to be on the USA Olympic team and happy to be playing with some of the guys that he's playing with. He talked about how Kevin Durant is his favorite player of all time still to this day. And he kind of showed his love for KD. And then he says right out of his own mouth, when asked by a reporter, that he would be the number one option on this year's 2024 USA Olympic team. Your thoughts on Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, saying he would be the number one option on this team?
That's a young bull, man. That's a young bull. I like it.
Before you answer, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, just to name a few.
Right.
All those guys have championships, but Ant-Man in his third year is saying that he will be the number one option in this year's 2024 Olympic team. Your thoughts on that, sir?
This is 2024. I mean, Kevin Durant already sent out of practice with a right calf strain. Kawhi Leonard broke down Kawhi. I mean, I don't even know why he's playing. LeBron is pushing 40, and Steph can't even make the playoffs. So this is the new young bull. It's a new day.
All the guys you just mentioned have experience for being on Olympic teams, Naughty.
Yes, they have past experience. The last Olympics was 4 years ago.
Right.
All right. This 4 years later. We got a new dog in town.
Okay, so a guy that has not done anything in the NBA to date, that's why I said to date,
Right.
is telling the likes of LeBron James,
Yes.
Steph Curry,
Yes.
I'll be the number one option. Do you think anybody will rebuttal or have anything else to say to good Mr. Anthony Edwards about his thoughts?
Who? LeBron is more of a distributor anyway, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be the number one option.
At 40 years old, the man averaged 27 points last year. Naughty, stop it. He's a distributor. Stop it, Naughty. That's at 40 years old.
Don't get me wrong. LeBron, I think, is the best player on the team overall. But LeBron is not like that alpha dog mentality. So he has, I don't think he has no problem sharing the rock or giving it up to Ant first. Steph is going to do what in the Olympics. He's going to be a great player to spread the floor, shoot threes. But I mean, it's Ant-Man. He's a dog. So it's his time.
Listen, I love him having the heart to say it, Naughty, and we appreciate you, man. We'll wrap a little bit later, man. Shouts out to the Naughty Dread. I love him having the heart to say it, but sometimes these young kids got to know their role and know their position and play their position. For you to have the testicles to say when you're on a team, as a matter of fact, we don't know if he's even going to be a starter on this team. When you got the audacity to say, I'm going to be the number one option when the others on the team sharing the court and the ball with you is LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and Kawhi Leonard's guys that got championships, I think that's just something you just keep to yourself. It's the kind of situation in my eyes where, man, you got to show and tell. Not talk, then walk. You got to show and tell. You got to let your efforts on the court when you get to the Olympics in Paris with this 2024 team that's been assembled. You got to let your efforts show. You got to let your greatness show when you're one of the names on that marquee. LeBron James, Steph Curry. Now, I'm like Dre, I appreciate it, and he is a dog, and I like it. I like his aspirations to want to be the best and to say, I'm the number one option. But come on, son. Come on, son. Up next on the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience with your boy, One Live Stew, Ryan Stewart. A little bit later, we'll have the great welcome to Arlewood, Arlie Michelle. She'll be donning us with her entertainment report. Naughty Dread still here. Tree Taylor still here. We're going to talk about up next, man, Caitlin's latest record. She's got another record. I mean, it's like every week, Caitlin Clark's doing something to get recognized, but doing something that hasn't been done or breaking something that's been done. Good job for you, Caitlin. Bronny's debut. LeBron's son had his debut in the G League games. And NBA free agency, man. And we'll also read some of your chat. Y'all, please keep it locked to your boy, One Live Stew, Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews Experience. We'll be right back. Peace.
Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey. But there's nothing like that Southern edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. Wet this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what your dream, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could take some moment. Been around the world, hey. But there's nothing like that Southern edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern edge, girl.
Hey, people it's your boy Chub Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Good morning, everybody. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Ryan Stewart. Just one live stew today. Doug is out on a player's day off. Probably someplace on the grind, getting some work done, traveling someplace, doing something. No idea what he's doing, but he's not here, so we will, in his absence, still have a good time. Thank you all for joining, man. A lot of talk in the first segment about this past week, the holiday. I forgot to mention something. My in-laws were in town. Shouts out to Papa James and Nanny, a.k.a. Mom Bennett. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. I think they're listening this morning. We loved you. Loved you being here. Hope you had a good time, good relaxing time. I'm sure they were concerned about the amount of activity that my kids do on those tablets and games and stuff, but it was the 4th of July week, so we let them kind of have at it. I know, Tree. I keep saying the same thing. Here's the reason why. Oh, this week we'll let them do it. It's bad. It's just so bad. But it is the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, one live stew in the building. Shouts out to Caitlin Clark. And we're going to read some chats and have a good time. Shouts out to Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever are 19-13 right now. They defeated the New York Liberty a couple days ago for the first time since 2022. And you just saw the numbers. Caitlin Clark, the rookie guard that is just a phenomenal player. She's the first player in the franchise's history and the only rookie in the WNBA history to record a triple-double as the Fever defeated the Liberty 83-78 on this past Saturday at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Congratulations, Caitlin Clark. Doug and I have been debating back and forth who's going to be the WNBA Rookie of the Year. In my heart of hearts, I think that it will be Caitlin Clark, and not just because she's got the complexion for the protection, but that will have a little bit to do with it, but not just because of that. But I think she's a phenomenal player that's bringing a lot to the league. I think she's a phenomenal player that we just talked about her being a rookie getting the triple-double in the WNBA. The first time that a Fever player has done it in the league's history. So shout out to her and all that she's doing. Clark finished with 19 points. She tied a franchise record with a career high 13 assists, and she also tied a career high with 12 rebounds. So I mentioned it before. She's a total stat stuffer. For those who don't understand, a stat stuffer is someone that does it in every aspect of the game: scoring, passing, free throws, three-pointers, rebounding, assists. A stat stuffer is someone that gets multiple stats in multiple areas when it comes to your effectiveness on the floor, when it comes to helping your team with the game. Clark also became the fastest rookie in the WNBA's history to record 350-plus points, 150-plus assists, and 120-plus rebounds in her 22 games that's been played. They play 40 games throughout the course of the season, so they're halfway in. But halfway into the season, you just heard the numbers, man. She's doing an outstanding job. Now, what I don't want to do is overlook Angel Reese, who also had a phenomenal week, and she also created records of her own. The Chicago Sky rookie sensation made WNBA history on Sunday when she recorded her 13th consecutive double-double. accomplished by none other than the great Candace Parker, one of Angel Reese's mentors, someone that she looks up to. You know, Candace Parker had that record prior to her. Candace in 2009 and 2010, she had that 12 consecutive double-doubles, and now Angel Reese, as a rookie, has accomplished that with 13, and she's still got like 20 games to play. Wouldn't it be something, y'all, if you're listening to the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience, sponsored by the good folks from Southern Edge, wouldn't it be something if Angel Reese had a double-double every single game this year? Is that something that you think would be able to surpass or surmount what Caitlin's doing in her rookie year? Caitlin's scoring points. Caitlin's getting assists. Caitlin's getting rebounds, you know, and Caitlin's a guard, one of the smaller players in the league. And I'm not bumping for Caitlin right now. I'm just saying, if Angel Reese got a double-double every single game that she plays as a rookie, would that surpass what Caitlin's doing? I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just very excited about all the love and the props that the WNBA are getting this season. I think that what both of the young ladies that we talk about every single day or every single show is doing, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, I think what both of them are doing is absolutely phenomenal. I think that either one of them would deserve or could deserve or would deserve winning the Rookie of the Year in the WNBA. I think for several reasons, I've talked about that, it will be Caitlin Clark. But if it just so happens to be Angel Reese, I wouldn't be upset at all. You know, I would totally support her. You know, totally support her. But the WNBA is phenomenal. You're seeing more butts in the seats when you watch games. You're hearing more chatter on all platforms, not just ours. And it's a good thing. I've talked women's sports for years while talking sports with Doug Stewart, even though he's got 3 daughters and sometimes he doesn't want to be a part of the conversation. He shuns it, talks down on it. He's talking more about it. He's excited about it. Whether it's a love to just hate on Caitlin or a love for what Angel Reese is doing, to be engaged in what the sport is doing is phenomenal, and I think it's a good thing. Let's read a couple of chats while we're here before we move on. Caitlin is breaking team records, but Angel Reese is breaking league records. Okay, can dig it. Rel Scott said, I'm not going to read that one, Rel. Seasoning charcoal is a no-go. Thanks, Superstar. I don't know if anybody that's done that. Seasoning charcoal, ain't nobody got time for that. Loose neck side. Nope. Now, the wood chips that I use in the Big Green Egg, once you soak those wood chips for about 30 minutes before you put them in the fire. When you put them in the fire heats those wood chips up and they smoke, and you get the flavor of whatever is in said wood chips. Maple, apple, you put all kinds of different things in there. So that's different than seasoning your charcoals. Hell no, says Julius 35C. Just buy some wood chips to let the smoke get into the meat. That's what I do. Thank you. Appreciate that. KK Ash, no seasoning on wood chips. Mocha Bella, kids go crazy when there's Wi-Fi, or kids go crazy when there's no Wi-Fi. I am a living, boy, we got to do more around here when it comes to these kids and this wireless. It's ridiculous. Loose neck side, kids telling you the power is out, like you're going to climb up the pole to fix it. That's true. And my daughter came out a couple of times like, Dad, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, the wireless is out. What are you going to do? How are you going to make this right, Daddy? No, Dad can't do nothing. Give it a little bit of time, baby. It'll come back on. Julius 35C, I'm thinking about buying a backup generator just in case the power goes out in my house. I got a couple of Line Brothers that have backup generators, and it is phenomenal. The minute your power cuts out, that thing cuts on, and you just keep on going. When your power comes back on, it powers itself down. That's definitely the way to go if you can do that. Rel Scott, power goes out in my house in a moment of peace. That's true. I think Tree said the same thing when her and I spoke early this morning when we first got on, when I was telling her good morning. Her kids came by and was aggravating her and upset that she didn't cook macaroni, which I don't quite understand. If that's your kid's favorite meal and you see them a couple times a year and they come by for holidays, I don't understand why you wouldn't fix them some macaroni. I mean, when we pop up on my mom and she didn't know we're visiting, Come here real quick, Tree. Good morning, Tree. I don't want to talk about you when you can't defend yourself. When we pop up on Brenda and she wasn't expecting us, so there was nothing cooked, she cooks immediately. And when she knows that we're coming, there's no doubt that she's going to cook everybody's favorite meal. So my question to you is, how does that work, Tree? When you know you're going to see your kids and you don't, is making macaroni that difficult?
First of all, they know I actually text you one time because your mom has very good boundaries. She chooses herself. Doug drove up there and she was like, I'm going out.
Right.
And so since we're speaking about that, the children know, Kayla and Cameron know that it's either Thanksgiving or Christmas that I'm going to make macaroni. That is like known. And they also knew before they came over.
Tree, once a year?
I spent 25. I was married for 20 years cooking big meals and doing, and I just I'm not about that life anymore. I'm about the soft life. So get into these hot dogs. Bring me some food. Come over here and cook. Yeah, that's what we're doing at Casa Tree Taylor. Okay. I pay the cost to be the boss. Thank you.
That's right. You are the boss. You are the boss, Tree. Got the lovely Ollie Michelle in there. She's going to come in a little bit later, but before we bring her in for the entertainment, I think she has something she wants to say. Good morning, Ollie.
Good morning, y'all. I cook my baby whatever he want when he come in town.
How often you get to see him, Arlie?
Whenever he pop up, his evil self won't come see his mama. But anyway, we're not going to talk about it.
Okay.
We're just not going. But that's the story. But if he had this is what he did to me when he came for. I don't know when he was here and he kind of showed up and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna go because I don't eat beef and pork, but I know he does. I was gonna cook him a good roast with some potatoes because I know he likes a good roast, and he probably has not learned to cook that for himself. He grown, but he hadn't learned it. But he could if I walked him through it. Because when he lived in Minnesota, that was my thing. We're gonna go and we're gonna cook together on every Thursday night. So I was trying to teach him some dishes, get it. He told me, "Mama, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that." I said, "But I want to. I'm your mother. Mamas want to do that." He said, "So you're not gonna be will you stop being my mama if you don't cook me no food?" I was like, I hate you so much, little boy.
It's so different when you got grown kids versus young kids.
Shoot it. Well,
all right.
Yeah.
We'll talk with you a little about Ollie. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Ollie. We got the entertainment report with Arlewood coming up next. Welcome to Arlewood. Yeah, I'm not here to pass judgment on nobody, but I just love how my mom, whenever we pop up, she makes sure that she may have plans, but she gonna get us our favorite meals. The great Arlewood will be coming up in a little while with an entertainment report. This past weekend, I also spent some time with the good band Rod Minger, Lav Love, he's on my immediate left side, and Big Sean Larkins. I'm not sure if Tree knows that Big Sean is from Detroit. He's a comedian. All those guys are in the ATL. They did a show this past weekend here in Columbus. And it's funny how things happen. My in-laws were here, as I mentioned. And while they were here, all we really did was eat, entertain the kids, and watch movies. Eat, entertain the kids, and watch movies. So Popeye James mentioned wanting to do something before they went back to their respective home down in Florida. And right when he said that, I opened up my computer to find something to do. And the flyer pops up for Big Sean and Lav Love and Rob Minger to be in Columbus. So I got to see three of my favorite comedians from the ATL right here in the hometown of Columbus. And they did a phenomenal job. Rod Minger and I performed in a couple of stage plays over a decade ago. Arlie was also a cast member in those plays. So he and I have known each other for years. It was amazing to watch Rod and see how his routine has grown. When Rod first started back when we were doing plays, he wasn't a person that would be on the microphone cursing. He did a lot of church circuits. Well, now Rod all grown up and he's not holding his tongue. He's speaking power to light and telling the truth and using foul language to do it, but did an outstanding job. Y'all saw Lav Love on one of the first shows that the Stews did when we came back to the podcasting. And Big Sean is also one of the comedians that spend a lot of time with the Stews. So shouts out to those guys, man. They did a phenomenal job this past weekend here in the big city of Columbus. And before we move on and get to all these entertainment report in the next segment, your boy Bronny James had his NBA debut in the Summer League, okay? He had 4 points, he had 2 rebounds, he had 2 assists, and he had a steal. Now, the Lakers lost to the Sacramento Kings 108-94, and Bronny James finished with 4 points. He was 2 for 9 when it comes to shooting the ball. I mentioned his 2 rebounds and his 2 assists and the 1 steal. He was 0 for 3 from behind the three-point line, and he played 22 minutes. So, for the record, his stat line was a tad smidgen below his collegiate stats at Southern Cal when he was there. Now, keep in mind that the last few months that he was there, he had the heart situation. He had open heart surgery. He was out for like 5 months. So everyone's still saying that he's still getting his legs back. His opportunity to get better or his opportunity to upgrade his game was hindered because of the injury and him going in the hospital and having surgery, which is all true. I think, though, that this is what we're going to see from Bronny James this season. I think that Bronny James has the opportunity to be a good on-ball defender. I saw this in the game versus Sacramento a couple of days ago. He missed his first 3 shots, made 1, then missed 4 in a row before a second field goal came up. It was a 19-foot jumper. You can see his court vision with the steal that he had because the ball was on the same side of the court, but the defender just didn't see him. And he stole it, took it down the court, passed it, made an assist. So he's got the opportunity. He's got the tools to be a good player. I just don't know if we're going to see much more from Bronny. They had a game yesterday. His second Summer League game was going to be yesterday, but he was out with an injured knee. Apparently has a little bit of swelling on his knee, so he didn't play. So I'm sure that tore him up. I saw his dad last night doing an interview on ESPN where he mentioned how the reporter asked him, is the hype getting to Bronny? Is he reading what the people are saying in the papers and on podcasts and on chat rooms? And LeBron's like, man, Bronny don't give a F about people and their thoughts. LeBron mentioned something that was very true, how when he came up, he had to have it. He had to be who he was going to be for himself and for his family. He was trying to get them all out of the hood. He's like, my son's got a whole different set of circumstances. The pressures that I dealt with, he don't have to deal with. If this thing don't work out, he's going to be just fine because, he didn't say it, but dad's only like worth $1.5 billion. So shouts out to LeBron and shouts out to Bronny. I was happy that he scored. I was thinking at a point in time when he missed those first couple of shots, shooting them way hard and long, that he might not score at all in this game. So I was happy that he scored. Y'all keep your eyes open for him. This Wednesday, I believe, they'll be playing their final game in the California Classic versus the Miami Heat. So he didn't play Sunday. This Wednesday, he'll be playing again versus the Miami Heat. We get to see his final game in the California Classic. Hopefully, Bronny gets out there and has a little bit better showing. But if not, remember, he's a rookie, and he's going to have some time to figure some things out. Up next in the Doghouse with your boys, the Two Live Stews. Not the Doghouse, on the Two Live Stews Experience. The Arlewood Report with the great Arlie Michelle. Welcome to Arlewood on all social media platforms. We'll continue to talk and take your phone calls. It's your folks, the Stews. No, not phone calls. We're not doing any phone calls. But it's your boys, the Two Live Stews. Up next, the Entertainment Report with Arlie. Y'all keep it locked.
Welcome to the Two Live Stews Court of No Appeal, honey, where the truth and justice do not live and rulings and order are merely a suggestion. Where the Honorable, sometimes, Judge Hollywood presides. All rise.
high. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotized. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, then prove it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fans dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask for nothing, command respect, that's the law of instruction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double holster, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We family. Unbreakable balls, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family.
The jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga bout on Tonka Fest that Jinx is the best. BMX Supreme Jester, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine. You had your time, now it's mine to shine. I'm hungry when I spit, can't you hear it in the rhyme?
Good morning, everybody. It's your boy, One Live Stew, Ryan Stewart, joined now by the wonderful Arlie Michelle. What up, Arlie?
What up? What up? You had to
How
dance
you
too.
doing,
Doug
Jay?
always dances with me. You didn't dance.
You know, I got a bad spine and back and neck, so
Excuses are tools and competent individuals use to build bridges. So I'm just trying to figure out. You can't bob your head. I mean,
the dancing and gyrating thing isn't gonna be good for me. That could take me out of golf for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's the last thing we want.
We want Doug because he dances. Doug the dancer.
It is the 2 Live
How are you?
Experience. Ryan Stewart, joined by Arlie Michelle. How was your weekend, Arlie? I think you had some travels this past weekend.
God. Shout out to my family. I just came back from my family reunion. We rotated every other 2 years. So I know that sounds confusing, but every 2 years we have a reunion. Every 2 years we have this side of the reunion. My mama's daddy side, we have a reunion. And then every other of those 2 years, it goes somewhere different, but it's always in North Mississippi, Memphis. For y'all that know, watch P Valley. That's how we sound. We sound straight Memphis, Maine. Because that's my mama from. She's from North Mississippi. So they sound like they're from Memphis and St. Louis, kind of, sort of. So I spent time with them. Shout out to the Bacchuses, Bachus. Sometimes they spell it with 2 C's. I have cousins that spell it with CK. Those were the ones that were running from the law back in the day. And they just mixed up the spelling. And so now we have 3 distinct spellings of our last name. But it means the god of wine and merrymaking, fertility, and something else. So my family lives up to their name, baby. Woo, woo, woo.
So you had a good time. About how many people pull up? How many Bacchuses were there?
How many Bacchuses it take to green a light bulb? So typically we have about 160 or so. This one was a smaller. Yeah, my granddaddy had 13 other brothers and sisters who all had on average 8 children. That's average.
Okay.
My mama had 7 other brothers and sisters, 2 are deceased. So all of them had a bunch of kids. They need somebody to work the farm.
Right.
And then all his brothers and sisters, one of them just had 1, but the rest of them, they was popping out 8, 10. They was like, bloop, 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 just have some babies. One said even married, like a brother and sister, like, so a Bacchus brother and sister married another brother and sister. So them double first cousins. So they all look just like, so it's like 18 of them, and they look all alike.
Are there kids functional Bacchuses? Or are they kids that need to be walked around on leashes or something? I'm just curious.
No, they weren't like inbred. It's like if you and Doug married a set of sisters. Like if
okay,
y'all married a sister, so they made you like double cousins.
Still kind of weird feeling or sounding.
Well, you know, on the plantation, I mean, but they weren't on the plantation, but close enough. You just gotta get what you gotta get in. And they married siblings, and all of their kids look. I have to think of their last name to realize whose child they belong to, because they all look alike. Wow. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of us. Oh my God, it's so many of us. It's so fun. We decided to take shots the night before we knew we all had to go to church the next morning. Service was gonna be at 8. Let's just say service was running late. Let's just say. They were like, my mama woke me. She said, excuse me, are you supposed to be singing? I was like, I think I'm supposed to be.
Was it a small North Carolina church or a big church?
No, we did our own because I come from a bunch of Baptist preachers. So any of y'all from that Memphis, Kansas City, any of y'all ever heard of a Baptist preacher? They my uncles.
Okay.
So we had our own. My cousin used to be at Obsidian. My young cousin who went into the ministry, he's like 40, and he did the service. And then 2 other ones. We had deacons, we had ushers, we had our own church service at the. We usually go to a church, but yes, I sang. One of my other cousins sang, and then he preached. And he gave us a mighty. Oh, it was a good sermon. Shout out to Lil Reggie Backus in New York. Now he up in the big city of New York, but
That sounds fun.
It was so fun. Oh my God, I need a nap for real.
Let's get to today's entertainment report, Ollie. What you got?
So, hey, Stewies, I hope y'all had an amazing weekend as well. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle, the Two Live Stews Experience, and the Arlewood Report. Oh, I want to apologize to all the Stewies. Last on the 4th, I was looking all crazy because I got a new monitor and I'm trying to put stuff in different places so that I can have a little more real estate. So if I look like I was not focused and paying attention, my apologies. I'm sorry. Shout out to the birthday people. I want to give birthday shout outs today on July 8th. We have the actor Roz Ryan from Amen. She's 73. Cree Summer from one of my favorite shows ever, Different World. She is 55 today. And she's also the voice of the Green M&M. No, yes, she is. Rapper Cassidy is 42. And did y'all know that he had like a bad accident?
Hold on real quick. Hold on. You said that she's the voice of the Green M&M, like in the M&M commercials?
Yes. Go back and listen. It's Cree Summer.
So that's the same
and
person?
She's a Rugrat.
That's the same person's voice every time we see those M&Ms?
Yeah. You get paid for that. Voiceovers are amazing. Shout out to Tree Taylor because she's a voiceover artist. Y'all gonna hear her voice in one of these major commercials one day. You can be like, oh, that's Tree Taylor.
This past weekend, we took the kids to the whole family. After we dropped the grandparents off, we took the kids to go see what's the movie with the Despicable Me 4?
I love Despicable Me. Hadn't seen 4 though.
So while sitting in the movie for the you know how they showed all the advertisements prior to your movie coming on, just about every advertisement for upcoming movies were all animations.
Yep, I love it.
And I look at Miles and I said, have you noticed something, bud? He's like, yes, Dad. I said, what'd you notice? He said, well, Dad, all the movies that's coming up, they're all cartoons and animation films. I said, that's crazy, man, because the actors, they're making just as much money, but they're doing it from their cribs now in their own studios.
Please give me an animation job.
Wow. So you're telling me that the M&M lady, all the M&Ms are different people, and those people are the same voice every M&M commercial.
Yep. What you call is one of the voices. Have you ever seen the sexy? You've seen one of the M&Ms. I can't think of what color it is, but it's oh my girl, and she sings the first Black Miss America. What is y'all know her name? Somebody y'all you know who I'm talking about. Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams. Vanessa Williams is one of those voices. If you listen to one of the commercials, she comes out and says something. So Vanessa's a voice too.
I hate to count people. I hate to put my hand in people's pockets, but I wonder what that check looked like.
Let me tell you.
What you get for that check?
I did probably. I'm not gonna tell a number, but I went in like sweats. I did the voice of not a voice, but I did a commercial, like a voiceover for a hair product that played like in black markets. And oh my God, that check was so nice. And they pay you for 4 hours, but you ain't really work but like one. Right, once you get it right, you're like, all right, holla.
I'm done. That's it.
I had to do voiceover for a show one time, and it used to be like $85 an hour. It's probably far more than that now. And that's me on the low end and ain't got no like reel. I'm working on my voiceover reel though.
Like Snoop Dogg was one of the voices in Despicable Me 4.
Was he?
And yes, and I just can't imagine what that check looked like. I may have looked that up. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, but it's not gonna. Let me tell you what that check's not gonna be. It's not gonna be as much as it would if they put actual actors in there. So that might be why we're going. I might not need to be as excited as I am because I need to work. Anyway, shout out to more birthdays. Happy birthday, Lance actor. Speaking of actors, Lance Gross, 42. Actor Jaden Smith, the little baby Smith, 25 with his confused self. Anyway, July 7th, yesterday, gospel singer Tasha Cobbs Leonard, that baby can sing you to Jesus, turned 43. And R&B singer Seven Streeter, 38. Hadn't heard much from her lately. And I know that we don't always, and since Doug's not here, I'm just going to do it. Guess y'all remember Doc Severinsen from The Tonight Show? That dude, 97. What? The Tonight Show.
97?
Nice, superstar. Yes. When I saw that, I was like, what he doing? He probably somewhere still leading the band. Anyway, so let's get into it. Y'all, the first story that I have up, I wanted to talk about it last week, but it's still an ongoing investigation and story. I did not know this player, Daniel Muir, 40, previously played for the Green Bay Packers, New York Jets, and Oakland Raiders. He also served as an Indianapolis chapter pastor, Indianapolis coach, chaplain pastor. Woo, help me, Jesus. For a little after he left, and he used to always go. Once he left the NFL, he used to was on the speaking circuit about how good God was for him, and it was with a ministry called Straightway Truth Ministries. Well, his son goes missing. His little son Bryson, 14 years old, goes missing on July 16th. It was not until July 26th July 30th that they put out one of those Amber Alert type calls for him because he was missing. So it's like, wait a minute, they baby missing. His parents had said they would cooperate and bring him. It's like a real convoluted story. Apparently, the daddy owned all this land in Indianapolis, and then they sold the land to this Straightway Truth Ministries, and they have like a compound where they're all sounds like on some Jim Jones. Remember the man made all the people take the Kool-Aid and go away. Yes. So apparently the little baby, the baby shows up at the grandma. He's not a baby, he's 14, but the son shows up at the grandmama's house with a bloody, like his face is bruised. See his little face?
Oh my God.
And a split lip and all of that. So they finally have arrested. They found Bryson. Thank God he was okay, but he was missing for like 2 weeks. They did like a SWAT raid on that whole compound. They find Bryson. The grandmama, which is the wife's mother, when she saw his face initially, she was like, something ain't right. And she said she just can't believe that her daughter is allowing these people. So my question to you and to all the Stewies out there, like, when does religion just go too far? This is an episode of when religion goes too far.
There's no question. If you physically getting beat down, if you are worshiping someplace where they are putting their hands on you, that's too far.
It's not God. But then they will go to that scripture: spare the rod, spoil the child.
Yeah, I get that, and that's something that I use in my house. I believe in that. I'm a proponent of sparing said rod, you spare said child. But yeah, no, I'm not going to worship where I got to get my ass whooped. It just don't work like that.
And nobody really knows what happened as of yet, because this is what I'm trying to figure out. How do police tell you, okay, so the child is missing. Where did he appear? The grandmother said he's so brainwashed, he wanted to go back to it. He was just like, oh, and I think about all those like places out in Utah, allegedly. Well, no, they have done stories on them where the pastor, the parents give their daughter to the pastor because he said the Lord told him that she be his concubine. And
oh my gosh. Yeah. I had a situation in college where one of my girlfriends started going to this, not one of my girlfriends, my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, fix that up.
I wouldn't like that. I wasn't one of those dudes.
What am I? Oh, in hell.
My girlfriend
go to the Lord on you.
My girlfriend at the time and a lot of her friends joined this church that was in Marietta, and in a matter of a week or two, like 1 or 2 services, they just started changing their thoughts and their likes and their dislikes. And I can and can't do this, or I should and shouldn't do this. And I'm no longer saying this. And I was even told that we shouldn't even hold hands. Not even. It went further than we shouldn't do it no more. It went to we shouldn't hold hands, or we shouldn't hug, and that's going to lead to what? Yeah. So they stayed for a while, and at the end of the day, the pastor ended up getting removed because of some shady things going on with some of the people that was a part of the church. But yeah, it happens fast when it happens in these places.
It's like they use, and not, because I'm a pre-K. My daddy used to be a preacher, and I see how even in his little tiny church, because he was in Columbus, Georgia, he had a church on Forest Road. It was Forest Road United Methodist Church on Forest Road. But he used to always, like, you could just feel how people idolize the pastor.
Yeah.
And we want our pastor to have this kind of thing. And they want the mama to be a certain way. And my mom is a doctor, and they were just like, oh, she needs to be here. And my mom was like, hold up, I gotta go save some lives today. I can't just be, I love Jesus, but wait a minute. Right. I love him, but hold up. So I can see how even in those small situations it gets, but they had that instance. I don't know if you remember, about 2001, there was the House of Prayer. church. I think it was over there off Cleveland, and they were over there beating them children. Oh, it was ugly. He went to jail for a long time, and he would not relent on like, you can't handle children that way. And I just didn't understand why the children were such. And then he was like dating some of the older of the younger children, and the parents were like, "Here, the Lord told you this." And I think it's almost like gangs. Whoever's in it, they want to belong so bad that they just kind of. Right. I just can't do that to my baby. You know, I'm the one that's fixing my baby. Whatever he want, you can't have my baby. You can't have my baby.
Gang members tend to look for those who don't have friends, don't have dads, don't have moms, who are in need, who are lacking love. So when they start getting love from the streets, then they're like, okay, well now I got a family, so I'll do whatever it takes to be a part of this family, to have your back whenever I need it. So yeah, that's really
how they get in the church too. Sometimes they do it in the church. When you start seeing some of those things and people are just overly committed. But I understand, like, you think about how people, chant and they do things in their particular religions that are a part of something. We like, oh, that's too much. But when you start putting your hands, I mean, children need whippings. I'm a whipping mama. I'm sorry for all y'all that's gonna call somebody. He too old now, and y'all can't call on me. But now the little boy is, ward of that county's.
And you know what? The spankings that you're talking about probably shouldn't be referred to as a whooping. It's just a spanking.
I was snatching, child, popping in the chest until he got real big. He got big at 10. He was too big to do all that. But I had already scared him sufficiently, so he wasn't gonna try me by then. So yeah. Right. But yeah, I mean, this story will remain to be seen. The mom and the daddy have been arrested for obstruction of justice first, and then the daddy, former NFL player Daniel Muir, is looking at some abuse, some domestic violence charges. So we got to see what happens.
I hate to hear it.
I know.
Yeah, so Arlie, make sure whenever you do stories like this and more news comes up or more news develops later, that you bring it to our attention to remind us about what's happening with those stories. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one, Stewies. Love y'all and peace out.
Thank you, Arlie. We appreciate it. That's the entertainment report by the lovely Arlie Michelle. Welcome to Arlewood. You can find her on all social media platforms. Welcome to Arlewood. It's your boys, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Up next, we'll read some chats, finish some things up, and get up out of here. Let y'all go make them donuts. It's a beautiful Monday. With your boy, One Live Stew, Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews Experience. Keep it locked.
Hey, people, it's your boy, Chef Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
It's your boys, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews. It's the Two Live Stews Experience. You just saw Doug Stewart's information if you're looking for that sales deck that we have or some sales opportunities with the stews. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Help the stews will help you brand your business. You can also follow us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and IG. Two Live Stews _stews is the IG page. It's your boy, One Live Stew, man. Shouts out to the good folks from Southern Edge, southernedgebeverage.co.com. That's the website where you can find it, where you can purchase Southern Edge and find out about the different brands that we've got, the salted caramel whiskey, the sweet tea vodka, the passionberry tequila, the Southern S.E. Limon tequila. Whole lot of beverages going down with the stews and Southern Edge. Y'all make sure you check those good folks out because the stews are happily powered and fueled by the good folks from Southern Edge. I'm going to read some chat, but before I do that, man, I've mentioned teasing. I teased NBA free agent talk. Shouts out to the Sacramento Kings who the past 2-3 seasons have been building a squad. Okay, they've now got DeMar DeRozan. He's leaving Chicago, signed a 3-year deal for $74 million to play in Sacramento. The Sacramento Kings, man, they traded Harrison Barnes for an unprotected first-round pick from 2031 to show how much movement they've been making. It's 2024 now. If they just did something with a pick that's not going to be even available to them until 2031, shows that they've been wheeling and dealing in free agency, not just this year, but the past few seasons. So shouts out to the Kings. In my eyes, in free agency, of course, the New York Knicks have done an outstanding job. Let's see. I put up a couple of other teams. The Minnesota Timberwolves have had a few additions and departures. The Pelicans have had several people leave, and they signed DeJounte Murray. I mentioned the Knicks and OG Anunoby, the 5-year deal that he signed or re-signed with the Knicks. We added Mikal Bridges from the Nets. A few guys left. That's no big deal. A lot of movement going on right now in the NBA, and I'm telling you guys, it's going to be a phenomenal year. I'm really looking for the New York Knicks to be a major player this year when it comes to the NBA and what's going on. I said I was going to read some chat before we let y'all go today. I'll go to the star chats first. Julius 35C, the real question we need to ask is, what do you prefer, Juneteenth/July 4th or Thanksgiving meals? There's no question what's preferred when it comes to Juneteenth versus July 4th. As a matter of fact, when July 4th came around, I was telling everybody happy 15 days after Juneteenth. Uncle Mike, Scrooge firework guy is me. Y'all need to do better than that, Uncle Mike. Loose neck side, Doug in here. Tree is glowing. She has been smiling all day. Y'all can't see her in the green room, but she's enjoyed the show. She's been relaxed today. Mocha Bella, have a moment of silence for those 3 football players that were killed in the accident this weekend. Shouts out to you, Mocha. I appreciate that. And what Mocha's referring to is the Minnesota Vikings rookie cornerback, Kyrie Jackson, and 2 of his former teammates from college were killed this past weekend in Maryland in a car accident. Apparently, or allegedly, a drunk driver hit them speeding, driving fast, and switching lanes. And I hate seeing accidents. I hate seeing injuries when they happen. I don't know who in one of the chat groups that I was in posted a picture of the vehicle. Oh, I was sick to my stomach. So God bless all 3 of those young men. I think Kyrie was only 25 years old, young man. So all the Minnesota Viking fans, man, shouts out to y'all. Y'all pray for the family and hope that they'll be able to deal with this tragic loss that they're going to have to deal with. It's just absolutely disgusting. Loose neck side also, easy. Enrique James with the spades talk. Come outside 285 and get spades work. Nope. Jungle brother, now they turn your camera off. You're messing up my tree in Arlie Vision. I hear you, Jungle brother. We do have some eye candy affiliated with the show. Looking at Tree and Arlie probably would do your fancy a whole lot better than looking at me and Dread. Rel Scott, LeBron will be having 10 points and 20 assists. It's Ant-Man's time. No, LeBron's gonna have more than 10 points. Trust me. A lot of LeBron James hate. Rel Scott, LBJ will be okay with 10 points, 20 assists. Y'all are slipping. As a matter of fact, Naughty Dread, come in here real quick.
What's happening, man?
A guy that averaged 26 points last year, 27 points last year.
Yes.
For us to say that he'll only get 10 points in the U.S. in the Olympics, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, you got to understand, this is Olympic. This is international play. It's a slightly different game. And also with so many great players on the team and his age, we got to factor that in. His minutes might be cut down. It's not like he's going to be playing 30, 40 minutes a game. He probably going to play maybe 20 minutes a game. So, you know, LeBron is about winning, first of all. Whatever he has to do to win. If he got to get 30 to win, he got to get 30. But with all this talent, I just see LeBron as he's been one of the most unselfish players we've ever seen in the game.
As unselfish as he is.
easily he can go get 30. We know he can go get 30, but he can also give you 15 assists. He can also get you 15 rebounds. He can do whatever it needs to happen to win. So
which is one of the reasons why he's so great. Shouts out to you, Dredd. Because we saw Jordan go for 50 whenever his team needed it. We saw Jordan go for 30 with ease. When LeBron's team have needed him to be an abundant scorer, he's done that. But he's the ultimate facilitator. LeBron is the ultimate make the best basketball play at the time when it's time to be made. He's the guy that's going to make the pass. He's the guy that's going to get the rebound. He's the guy that's going to run the length of the court and get the block, then send the rebound, then send the assist down to get the assist. So shouts out to LeBron and his greatness. But for folks to say that he'll average 10 points in the Olympics, I think y'all on drugs. This dude is he's the all-time NBA league leading scorer for a reason. Shouts out to Julius 35C, loose neck. Ant-Man pull-out game is straight trash. He's trying to be like Jordan and Sean Kemp at the same time. There's nothing trash about Ant-Man right now. Truck D, I think it's sad that Ryan doesn't have that same energy about Angel Reese's record. Truck D, that's not true. Truck D, shame on you. I showed Angel Reese just as much love as I did Caitlin. But I think that what they're both doing is impactful and assisting all of the women in the WNBA. However, all the love and hate that Caitlin Clark gets is what's fueling it all when it's, in my opinion, when it comes to what these ladies are doing. I think that she's going to be the rookie of the year, and I love what Angel Reese is doing. It's phenomenal for her to beat a record that Candace Park, one of her mentors and someone she looks up to, for her to beat that record is phenomenal. I'm on record today saying I see her finishing the next 20 games of the year in the WNBA with a double-double. She plays hard in the paint, and I love her game. You know, I think when it comes to significance and someone that might be doing more, I do think it's Caitlin Clark. And maybe part of my love for Caitlin comes with all the hate that she gets. I think greatness gets followed. I think when you break records or you do things that are earth-shattering in your game, that, you know, you're one of your game's greats. And I think for people to try to diminish Caitlin's greatness and or Angel Reese's greatness, I think it's sad. So I'm not trying to make, I'm not saying that one's better than the other or one's greater than or less than. They're both phenomenal players, but we have a $1 bet on who will be the rookie of the year. And I put my dollar with Caitlin Clark. The veterans on the Olympic team will be happy to let young Ant-Man run up and down the court for 40 minutes a game. Well said, Rel Scott. I don't think Ant-Man was being disrespectful. Well said, Rel Scott. That's true. Basketball tends to be a younger man's game, even though LeBron's 40-something years old and Kevin Love is a guy that's played about 20-something years who just signed a 2-year contract. It is a younger player's game. So maybe the Olympic team will be more than happy to pass that ball and let Ant-Man do his thing. Well said, Rel Scott. From Truck D, Caitlin is breaking team records, but Angel Reese is breaking league records. Well, I hear you, Truck D, but the record that we talked about Caitlin breaking was the first time that a rookie had a triple-double in a WNBA game. So that wasn't just a FIBA record or a Caitlin Clark record. That's a WNBA record. So that's something that Angel Reese is doing too. But here again, so much hate for Caitlin, we got to try to detract. Don't do that, Truck D. You're better than that. Griff. Carolina's Griff. Thank you, Griff. I needed that. Good morning, fam. Appreciate you, Griff. Aja Wilson, all-time leading scorer in Aces history. Shout out to Aja Wilson, or Asia, however we are saying it. 4,301 points scored. That is a Las Vegas Aces franchise record. She's one game behind Brittany Griner when it comes to having 10 double-doubles. That's points and rebounds in a season. So, yes, Angel Reese is getting a lot of hype. Caitlin Clark's getting a lot of hype, but A'ja Wilson has been consistent for quite some time now. Aces record 4,300+ points and about to have another record when it comes to double-doubles in a season. So shouts out to A'ja and all that she's doing. Appreciate that. The great Naughty Dress said, A'ja Wilson, I already mentioned that one. And lastly, man, as we get ready to wrap things up, Loose Neck Size said, Clark is nice, but Angel Reese got the white people upset she's succeeding. I don't think white folks are upset that she's succeeding. I don't think they're doing that overtly out loud for us to see it. That may be how they feel in their hearts. But with what Angel Reese is doing and with what Caitlin Clark is doing, I think is great for the WNBA as a whole. All right. Again, y'all, we talk about it every single show. We come on Mondays and Thursdays at 7 a.m. and then replay it at 7 p.m. on Mondays and Thursdays. But since we've been back on since February, the beginning of February, we've talked about WNBA or women's basketball every single day. And there's a lot of primetime stories and topics that aren't getting hit. So shouts out to the WNBA and what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are doing for said league. Great job, Arlie. Giving you an A+ today. Wonderful show. Naughty Dread, appreciate your contribution, sir. Giving you an A+. The wonderful Tree Taylor, outstanding job producing the show. Y'all, I am not a fan of doing solo shows, but I had fun doing it this morning with y'all. You know, Doug did it for years, and that's probably why he's a whole lot smooth and calm with it. But I thank y'all for rocking with us, man. And we will be back on Thursday. I think Doug will be back in play. As a matter of fact, they've been talking about a pop-up, so y'all make sure that you are liking and subscribing to us on social media and on YouTube. So whenever we do decide to do a pop-up, corruption, you will be notified of said pop-up, so you'll know that you won't have to miss it. Appreciate y'all, man. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love, because that's all he is attempting to show you, nothing but love. We'll see y'all Thursday. Have a great week. Peace.